When was the last time you used AI to move a real project forward? Not to ask the random question, not to generate a joke, not to test a tool for 5 minutes and close the tab, to remove 4 hours of real work from your week. That answer places you somewhere on a ladder most companies have not named yet. Microsoft and LinkedIn reported that 75% of knowledge workers were already using AI at work in 2024. But usage is not literacy. Opening ChatGPT is not the same as redesigning work. Asking Claude for a better sentence is not the same as knowing where judgment belongs. Your level is not your age, it is not your title. It is what you do when work becomes too slow to stay the same. Level 0, denial/avoidance. At level 0, you still believe AI belongs outside your real job. You have heard of ChatGPT, Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, maybe Claude. You may have seen someone use Perplexity for research or NotebookLM for documents. But you still treat these tools like toys, risks, or shortcuts for people who do not know how to do the work properly. Linda, a 49-year-old HR coordinator, rewrites job descriptions from old templates because she does not trust AI with policy language. Mark, a sales operations analyst, says AI cannot understand his company's CRM data, even though he has never tested it on sanitized notes. Angela, a school administrator, assumes AI is for teachers younger than her, not for scheduling, parent communication, or training materials. The fear at this level is not that AI will be wrong. The deeper fear is that AI may be useful. Because if it is useful, part of your professional identity becomes negotiable. The mistake is simple. You confuse not perfect with not worth learning. Level 1, curious user. Most people stuck at level 1 make the same mistake. They think AI literacy means knowing prompts. It actually starts when you know which small pieces of work are worth testing. At this level, you use AI only when you feel stuck. You ask ChatGPT to clean up an email. You ask Claude for headline ideas. You ask Gemini to summarize a paragraph. You use Perplexity when Google gives you too many tabs. Each use feels helpful, but none of it becomes a repeatable work habit. Sarah, a project manager, uses AI once a week to soften difficult stakeholder messages. David, a marketing manager, asks Claude for campaign angles, then returns to building the whole plan manually. Mina, a nurse educator, asks Gemini for a training outline, but stops when she realizes she does not know how to verify the sources. The fear at level 1 is embarrassment. You worry an AI-generated answer will sound fake, be wrong, or make you look careless. So you use it in small ways away from serious work. The mistake is judging AI by its first draft. A weak first answer does not prove the tool is useless. It proves you have not learned how to brief it, constrain it, or review it. Level 2, Task Automator. Monday, 10 a.m., a report is due Friday. Someone at level 1 opens a blank document. Someone at level 2 opens a saved prompt, 3 examples, and the source material already cleaned for AI. This is where AI starts saving measurable time. You use Granola or Copilot to turn meeting transcripts into action items. You use ChatGPT to draft client follow-ups. You use Harvey AI or Claude to summarize legal material before a human review. You use Perplexity to gather starting research, not final truth. You use AI on specific tasks with a clear definition of done. Carlos, an account executive, turns call notes into personalized follow-up emails. Priya, a legal associate, uses AI for first-pass summaries, but still checks legal nuance herself. Emily, an operations manager, converts messy meeting notes into owner, action, deadline, and risk. The fear at this level is dependency. You wonder if AI is making you faster or making your core skill weaker. The mistake is automating before you understand quality. If you do not know what good looks like, AI helps you produce bad work faster. Jensen Huang has warned that people are more likely to lose work to somebody who uses AI. That sentence matters here. Level 2 does not make you safe. It makes you faster than the person who refused to start. Level 3, Workflow Designer. How do you know you are at level 3? You stop asking, Can AI write this? You start asking, why does this workflow have 7 handoffs, 3 meetings, and a spreadsheet nobody trusts? At this level, you look beyond tasks. You map the work from request to output. You identify bottlenecks. You create prompt libraries. You build reusable templates. You use Zapier, AI, Make, N8N, Glean, or NotebookLM to connect documents, notes, emails, and decisions into a process people can repeat. Rachel, a marketing operations lead, turns a messy briefing process into an AI-assisted intake form. Omar, a product designer, uses V0 to prototype interfaces quickly, then keeps human taste and brand judgment for final review. Ben, an engineering manager, uses Cursor to scaffold code, but adds review gates for security and maintainability. The fear at this level is social. Once you redesign work, people notice. Some feel helped, others feel exposed. A workflow improvement can make an old routine look wasteful. The mistake is focusing on the tool instead of adoption. A brilliant workflow that the team refuses to use is not transformation. It is a private hobby with a dashboard. Level 3 changes your reputation. You become the person who does not just finish work. You change how work gets finished. Level 4, force multiplier. 2 managers, same company. One asks for 3 more hires. The other shows a process where one trained operator plus AI handles the same volume with fewer handoffs. Only one is speaking the language leadership now understands. At level 4, AI literacy changes the economics of a role. You are not just faster. You can create output that used to require a small team. This appears in customer support, content operations, analytics, sales enablement, training, documentation, and QA. Klarna said its AI assistant handled 2/3 of customer service chats, performed work equivalent to 700 full-time agents, and was estimated to drive $40 million in profit improvement in 2024. That case matters because it shows the uncomfortable side of AI literacy. Productivity increases, but the question becomes who captures the gain? The fear at level 4 is not replacement, it is ownership. If you use AI to double your output, does your pay double? Or does the company simply raise the new baseline? The mistake is believing productivity gain automatically becomes career gain. It does not. If the company owns the customer, the data, the workflow, and the distribution, most of the upside may move upward before it reaches you. Level 4 can make you valuable. It can also make everyone around you easier to compare. Level 5, system builder. At level 5, your personal productivity matters less than your ability to make other people productive without giving them a 40-page manual. You build AI playbooks, internal assistants, reusable prompt packs, approved knowledge bases, workflow templates, review standards, and escalation rules. You are no longer asking AI to help you. You are designing a setup other people can use with less confusion and fewer mistakes. This is the level where AI literacy becomes organizational. A marketing team may use a shared brand assistant. A legal team may use approved document review flows. A sales team may use call summaries connected to CRM updates. An engineering team may use coding assistants with security checks built into the process. JP Morgan's Coin project became famous because it automated review of commercial loan agreements. Work previously reported to consume 360,000 hours a year from lawyers and loan officers. The lesson is not just that software can be fast. The lesson is that a well-designed AI process can change the shape of professional work. The fear at level 5 is scale. One bad answer in your own draft is manageable. One bad standard inside a shared workflow can repeat across teams before anyone notices. The mistake is building tools without governance. Adoption is not success if the wrong people use the wrong data for the wrong decision. Level 6, decision owner. At the highest level, AI literacy is no longer about speed. It is about judgment under consequences. You decide where AI belongs, where it does not, and who is responsible when it fails. This may involve budget, hiring, vendor approval, policy, risk thresholds, review gates, access rights, and escalation rules. You do not ask only, can AI do this? You ask, should AI do this under these conditions, with this data, for this decision, under whose name? Shopify CEO Toby Luckey told teams to consider AI before asking for more headcount. IBM also drew attention when it discussed pausing or slowing hiring for thousands of back office roles that could be affected by AI and automation. These examples show level 6 clearly. AI literacy becomes workforce planning. The fear at this level is approving the wrong thing, not because AI is weak, but because AI is strong enough to repeat a weak decision at scale. The mistake is confusing governance with bureaucracy. Good governance does not exist to block useful AI. It exists to decide where speed is allowed, where review is required, and where humans must remain accountable. Level 6 is not safer than level 2. It only sees the risk earlier and carries more of the consequence. So where are you? Ask yourself 5 questions. In the past week, did you use AI to complete real work, not just experiment? Do you have a prompt, checklist, workflow, or template you can reuse? Do you know which task in your week should be removed instead of accelerated? Can you explain how to verify AI output in your field? If AI makes a mistake inside your workflow, do you know who owns the result? Those answers tell you more than your resume does. If you want to move up one level this week, do 3 things. Choose one repeated task that costs at least 60 minutes. Use a real AI tool to create a first draft, summary, checklist, or small automation. Then rewrite the workflow into 3 parts: AI drafts, human reviews, final owner approves. AI literacy is not about learning every tool. It is the ability to look at your work and decide what should be augmented, automated, redesigned, or protected. The people at the highest levels are not the ones using the most AI. They are the ones who know when to use it, when not to use it, and who pays the price when it is wrong.